Amor fati. Amor fati. Gentlemen, Lawrence of Asia coming at you from South Korea. I'm here on the riverbanks of the Han River. And today I want to talk to you about Stoicism, unattachment, Epictetus, and amor fati. Amor fati essentially is falling in love with fate, falling in love with the inevitable, trusting in the universe, whatever fate may have for you, whatever fate may have for you, gentlemen. So much of our unhappiness comes from the desire to control things or control people or control circumstances in our lives. And we don't really have much control of those things. We have really no control of those things. The thing that we do have control over, though, however, is our own mind, right? Our own reaction to things, our own way of processing, and our own state of being. The more one practices meditation, being in control of one's state, one comes to realize that the outside circumstances are not so important, that it doesn't matter where you are as much as it does how you are being where you are, your state of being. So circumstances could be absolute hell. Where you are could be hell, be not so good. But it's your outlook, it's your attitude, and it's your state of being, your frequency, gentlemen. If you're in a state of love and light, high frequency, then all is well. You could have all of the circumstances right on the outside, and you could still feel empty on the inside. Can you see that? Can you feel that? Does that resonate with you? Because this is just how it is, gentlemen. It does look as though all the things outside of us really matter, doesn't it? In Sanskrit, they call this Maya, or illusion. And it really does pull us in, doesn't it? We really think we're getting something, don't we? True happiness will be found on the inside, gentlemen. Now, that's not to say that a life that is thriving, flourishing, is not to be desired, or that it's not to be pursued, or that there's no happiness in it. Quite the opposite. There is that as well, though those things are not always going to be in your control. All right? And you don't have to have it all right on the outside to be right within. And again, like I said, it can look right on the outside, but not be right within. Once you've accumulated, and you have, gentlemen, it's quite a different scenario than being in the state of thriving or flourishing, right? Many have all they'll ever need. Many are rich and wealthy, but they're not necessarily thriving. They're not flourishing, right? They're not in their prime per se, right? They're just sitting on a load of cash. They're just comfortable. Being comfortable, gentlemen, will not bring you happiness. At best, contentedness. But you should not seek to want to be comfortable, gentlemen. You should seek discomfort, because that's where your growth will be had, right? It doesn't matter where you are on the social ladder. I've spent a good number of days with royalty. I've spent a good number of days with the peasants. I've spent a good number of days by myself. And it's all the same, gentlemen. It's all the same. Wherever you are on the ladder, the real richness of life, it's in all of those things that we were birthed with, that we were given at birth, right? This miracle of life itself. See about turning the lighting up here for just a moment. See if that's any brighter. You know, when it comes to relationships, gentlemen, you are not going to have control over your spouse per se. Obviously not, right? A lot of us seek control because we want to avoid pain, right? But the ultimate liberation is in non-attachment. One cannot reach the state of enlightenment, gentlemen, if one is attached, deathly attached to an outcome, to a person. To be free of all that is true liberation. Now, it doesn't mean that you ought not to serve. Quite the opposite. Being of service is the highest virtue. So, how do you manage to serve those that you love, serve the world, and be unattached to the outcome? Be unattached to any type of reimbursement, compensation, whether that's through money or love or whatever it may be, gentlemen. If you can find a place of love within yourself, sincerity within yourself, such that you're able to give without needing anything in return, without expecting anything, right? That's real love. That's a real gift. That is your true gift. Giving it without needing to receive. And as a man, that is very attractive, but you're not doing it to be attractive. You're doing it because that's who you are, gentlemen. That's who you've become. You're not giving to get, nor do you need recognition. You're giving because it's from a place of pure love. It's because that's who you are. The need for self-reflection, regular self-reflection throughout one's life and in the younger years is of vital importance. As I said earlier, gentlemen, this entire world is Maya or illusionary. It pulls us in a variety of ways, does it not? Through the chasing of material, money, being in a hypnotic spell for money, from morning till noon, till night, right? Always caught in a hypnotic rhythm, hypnotized perpetually, needing to chase money. And I think 99.9% of the population over the age of 18 is hypnotized by money in a perpetual hypnotic state. Maybe the entire world. It's beautiful here on the river today, the view that I have here. I would show you, but I've got my tripod here set up in such a way over these rocks. I'm here in my hammock. I'll show you gentlemen real quick. Actually, not really able to do that. I will at the end of the video though, if you guys stay tuned. I'll show you my setup here, I'll show you my hammock, and I'll show you guys the river, the bridge here, show you the backdrop maybe. But in life, it's important, like I was saying, it's important to reflect, have deep reflection. And that's not a minute reflection, that's not a 1-2 minute reflection, that's a deep 30-minute to a couple hour reflection where you go in and you really think to yourself, where are you headed? And what do you want out of your life? And you come into your center, into a place of knowing that you are enough, and really getting back in touch with yourself, knowing and remembering that your happiness, gentlemen, it comes from within you, that you have the ability to change your own frequency. You have that ability, gentlemen. We are not victims of outward circumstance, outward conditions. We have the divine ability. We've been gifted. We've been gifted at our birth. We have the ability to change our own frequency. Attachment, gentlemen. Attachment. Thinking that you need all the stuff on the outside could be holding you back. Thinking that you need others' approval or others' applause, others' praise, others desiring you. Could be slowing you down. It could be weighing you down. It could be separating you from the real you. So take time to reflect, gentlemen. Take time to reflect. Don't get pulled away by life and everyone's expectations for you. Remember to take time for yourself, for your own mental health. Now, one of the core tenets of Epictetus and the Stoic philosophy is to not worry about what you cannot change, right? And really that puts you putting the emphasis on others and circumstances outside of yourself. It takes the emphasis away there and it puts it all back on you. You have control of you. You're not a victim. We are not victims of our traumatic past. We can overcome all. We can heal all. As the great master Yeshua, Jesus, said himself, forgive them for they know not what they do. Gentlemen, you want to forgive those in your past who may have wronged you. It's for them, sure, but it's really all about you. You don't want to hold that anger, that resentment in you. It's weighing you down. It's holding you down. It's clouding your judgment. And it's blocking your blessings. So, if you have anyone in your life that you have any resentment towards whatsoever, take an opportunity now to forgive them. There's great wisdom in that. Otherwise, we hold that resentful energy, that hatred, it's in us. Why would you want to carry it, right? It's not about them. Do it for you. Forgive anyone you may have any resentment towards, gentlemen. As you guys may be able to tell, I'm a little bit more reflective today. I am here, as I mentioned, on the Han River. And I'm a little slower today because I'm doing some deeper reflection myself. Breathe in the blessed air of life. And remember this, gentlemen, it's not the outward circumstances that define your happiness. More importantly, it's your state of being. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, be there. Be eternally in love. And it won't matter where you are. All will be right. All will be right with you. Remember the childlike mind, gentlemen. Remember the state of awe. For it's all a miracle. All right, gentlemen, as I mentioned, I'll show you all around this beautiful setting of where I am. if I can just hop up from this hammock so you guys can see here. Got the hammock set up, sitting over the rocks. Yeah, let's see if I can get up there. All right. Cool. So, I want to show you all the river. It's just absolutely peaceful out here. Now, you can still hear the highway, right? So it's not totally quiet. But you do have the peace of the river. Now, you can't see the entire Han River here because this is actually a park, an island park in the center of the river. But you can see the full scope. If I show you gentlemen that way, you can see to the other side of the highway. See the train passing there in the background. Maybe a little too bright. And then, as promised, gentlemen, let me show you my hammock. My setup here. Just got some food. Got a little coffee, some snacks, and just taking time to reflect. There's my hammock blowing in the wind. See, folks are picnicking. Got families walking around with children. You got dogs. Lots of people on bikes. Some people on bikes with their dogs. The dogs pulling them on their bikes, because they're not quite able to pedal, perhaps. All right. Show you all one more thing. This is a Capitol building here in Seoul, Korea. Right there in the background. That green dome there. That's a Capitol building. You can see a sailboat here in the background. There's a nice harbor here. May have a sailboat here in Seoul one day. I would definitely have one in Southeast Asia. Something I could take around the world. It wouldn't just be in Southeast Asia then, would it? All right, gentlemen. I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to do some more reflecting. Thanks for being with me, and thanks for reflecting with me, gentlemen. I'm wishing you all the most blessed and beautiful day. See you again. Peace.